money, people who have means. That may be true, but there are plenty of people up there, even with means, who have had their homes destroyed and are going through real life stuff that takes a much bigger role and should be more prominent than anything in the football game.
Yeah, but at 172, I would think that this would be, obviously Washington State, and my guess would be that Cal-Washington State game
will set the tone for the NFL. Like, how can you cancel I guess the air could clear up in 48 hours.
Yeah, it could change either way. But it's something we'll keep an eye on. Again, Cal-Washington State tonight. And the reason that, Ben, it would be a pretty big story if they canceled it is Washington State is undefeated. And they're ranked. I think they're ranked like 9th in the country.
Could they push it a night? Because it's Friday night. Could you push it to Saturday night and see if the air clears up?
Yeah, I just got a tweet from...
probably what you do.
I just got a tweet from somebody saying the NFL is trying to switch it to Levi Stadium. The 49ers are away.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
So, but that would be the NFL game.
Boy, the Raiders just bopping around, huh? They're going to Vegas, playing in San Francisco.
And I don't know. I would assume that in the case of Cal, see, Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara.
Right, which I learned is not San Francisco.
No, pretty far away.
Yeah.
Stanford Stadium's in Palo Alto, but that, playing at your rival stadium would be a little unusual. So there's a whole bunch of things to keep an eye on here if the air quality continues to get worse. Right now, it is almost 2 o'clock.
And it's getting worse.
And the game's in less than 5 hours. And I would imagine you've got to make a decision to tell people not to come. I would think they've got to make a decision.
Right, and you're refunding tickets, so especially at this point, 5 hours before kickoff, I would imagine you're starting to have fans show up at the stadium. Start tailgating, do the thing.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, the other thing is, tonight, on our station, we have the Laker game. Lakers, Clippers, across the street. Now, I was wondering, Ben, because the Lakers and Clippers open the season against each other next Thursday. Do you think tonight both teams will basically not show their cards? Could we see a Popovich game tonight where a lot of people sit?
Do the Lakers have cards?
The Lakers have already taken Lonzo off the board. So that's a huge...
Well, it looks like, it's funny, the NBA preseason now, because of social media, because of the fact that a Kyrie Irving dribble move in a preseason game can go viral, you're starting to see established guys show out more in the preseason than they ever had before. You see Steph Curry go for 40. I mean, John, you've been covering the NBA for a long time. Do star players go for 40 in preseason games?
Not very often.
Not very often.
But, Steph did in China. Donovan Mitchell, this kid I love in Utah, who kind of went off the other night for them.
I think you're starting to see guys compete harder in the preseason because there's more eyeballs on the games, more attention because of social media. So I don't think you'll see, you see Blake Griffin play 35 minutes? No. They played last night, too, I think the Clippers did, right? I think they have a back-to-back in the preseason, which is
weird. But they sat a ton of people last night.
Yeah. So still got to throw guys out there. I mean,
yeah. Well, the Lakers have 19 guys on their roster. I think the Clippers do, too. I mean, so they've got plenty of guys that they can...
Milos. I want to see some Milos.
I think that both teams are going to hold a lot back.
So what does that mean for the Lakers? We're going to see a lot of Thomas Bryant, a lot of Ennis, a lot of
Caruso.
Right.
Yeah, I would think. But, let's see. This just in, breaking news. The NFL Players Association is filing a petition for a rehearing with the Fifth Circuit in the Ezekiel Elliott case. So they are not going to just accept the suspension. The Cowboys have a bye this week. He's been suspended effective immediately. 6 games for violating the personal conduct policy. Some people thought he would just take the 6 games. It appears he will not. They are now filing a petition. Jeffrey Kessler, the attorney for the Players Association, has just tweeted out the filing form that Zeke Elliott will get some type of ruling this week as to whether or not he can play, but he's not going quietly.
Well, something tells me it's not really going to be a teaching moment for Zeke right? Regardless if he's innocent or guilty, maybe use this as a moment to kind of re-examine his life and move